Hi everybody, my name is Barry Schwartz and this is the weekly Search Buzz video recap. Today is August 22nd and this is the search news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at seroundtable.com. Everybody's doing the Ice Bucket Challenge for ALS research. I gave my donation a couple days ago, but figured what better place to do the Ice Bucket Challenge than to actually do it during my video recap inside an office with carpeting on the floor, but I put a lot of plastic bags down, some buckets I'm standing on, and I got my bucket, so a lot of water in there actually. Wearing normal business clothes, figure I'll do it. There's Matt Cutts doing it last night as an animated GIF. He nominated some people, so it's actually the first time you'll see him dance like a penguin. There you go. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. I will nominate and tag Google's John Mueller. I will also tag Search Engine Land's Matt McGee, and also Search Engine Land's Greg Sterling. So let's give this a try. That's probably a bad idea. Okay. Alright, let's do the video now. Now I'll clean this all up later. Seems to be not that bad. Okay, so there's Matt Cutts again doing his video, his Ice Bucket Challenge. Let's move this a little bit closer so you can see. All right, let's go on. So everybody's doing it in the community. It's a good thing. Worked out pretty well. Okay, so Google's head of search, Amit Singhal, went ahead and posted on the 10th year anniversary of the Google's IPO some of the most important changes they made over the past 10 years at Google, specifically around search. First thing he said actually was that there were 890 plus changes made to search over the past year, which is a major jump from the previous things they've done in the past. They've said in the past they've done 200, 300, 400, 500 in a year, and now they actually did 890, which is nice to see. And here's a list of the 10 most important things they've done over the past 10 years. Autocomplete, translation, direction and traffic, universal search, mobile and new screens, voice search. Oh, I got ice in my pocket. Got an ice cube in my pocket. So. Alright, actions such as like OK Glass, OK Google, the knowledge graph, information for just you, like specific information when you do a search, like flight information for you or birthdays and stuff like that, and also answers before you actually ask them, like Google Now. So those are his main 10 things, and big congratulations on the 10 years IPO and all the major changes you've done. Google has penalized two major link networks in Europe, specifically Germany. It's funny how Google wrote it, but they basically say we take an action on one European and one German link network, and they've talked about this and they've done tons of different updates in the past. There are rumors specifically that it has to do with a specific network over here. I think I wrote about it. Rankseller.de and also Teliad.de. Actually, Teliad kind of confirmed it, but didn't, and we'll see what happens with that in the future. Google says you don't have to worry about duplicate content within mobile sites. It was a great opportunity for me to use Mini-Me. But basically, as long as you're using the proper annotations, you don't have to worry about it. So if you're communicating to Google that this is a mobile site, there are no duplicate content issues. There are a lot of negative SEO extortion emails going around, specifically late last week. Here's a copy of one of them basically saying if you don't listen to us, we are going to go ahead and beat you up and take down your site. So either give us the $1,500 and we'll do negative SEO or whatever. In my opinion, don't worry about it. Keep an eye on your links in Google Link Webmaster Tools, the most recent links. And if you see anything pop up, just disavow them. It's that easy. Bing malware notifications are a little bit too, how do you say, overdoing it. A lot of webmasters are complaining about it. I've seen this for years and years with some of my sites saying I have malware on my site, but technically I do not. Google doesn't pick it up on it. All the scan tools I've done don't pick up on it. It's just I don't know what's wrong with Bing. Maybe there's some ad or something they're saying that they don't like. I again migrated this site to HTTPS, and one thing people are complaining about is when you migrate to HTTPS, your AdSense earnings and your ad income actually drop, and that is true. Google has actually confirmed it, specifically saying, please be aware that because we remove non-SSL compliant ads from the auction, thereby reducing the auction pressure, ads on your HTTPS pages might earn less than those on HTTP pages because those ads, they don't have as much inventory, I guess, specifically for the HTTPS pages. So you can see here, this chart from Search Engine Roundtable. This is the migration. You can see typically it drove down. There was a big uptick over there, but the average RPM after I migrated dropped to 47 cents. Before that, it was about $1.27. Rusty Brick just died off completely, so just keep that in mind. Also, part of my HTTPS migration, it seemed like Twitter is outranking me. So if you go ahead and do a search for SE Roundtable, the domain name of the site, Twitter ranks #1 for that. Search Engine Roundtable, I do rank #1 still. But the indexing count and everything has been going very well. Things have been static, you know, there's rankings, everything seems to be pretty solid with migration so far. And I'll definitely keep you posted and do a big report about my migration so you guys can actually learn from that. Google's testing a new local carousel, or dropping it specifically. So if you do a search for specific restaurants, instead of just using the knowledge graph, the carousel, they're actually showing you what you see over here as actually like more of a mobile look in terms of that. Here's the carousel. This is what you would see now, and this is what Google's switching to. Google AdWords is testing, or actually launched, what's called website call conversion. So now, when somebody clicks over to your website from an ad, you could actually add a dynamic piece of snippet code to your website, which actually will give them a Google number to call, which will then forward to your site, to your phone number. Google will then track that call as a conversion, help you track all the ads that you're doing as actual call conversions throughout your website. It's pretty cool. It's only available in the US, Australia, France, Germany, Spain, and UK. I think they do charge for phone calls, just like they would for any other phone call that you do through an ad. Google AdWords is enabling multiple currencies for conversion tracking. So if you have a site that sells in multiple currencies, you could actually apply that currency specifically to conversion values, and then it would actually provide that currency specifically with your cost versus your actual conversion, which is just nice to see. That actually launched last night. Google App Promotions launched. So now within the YouTube, Google Display Network, as well as Google Search, they could actually go ahead and globally, you could actually do app promotions. So specifically, if they don't have your app installed, you could say, please install our app. If they, well, that's only on Android. On iOS, it's going to just show the app to install, even if you do have it installed, because Google doesn't know that. 2 is, you could do app re-engagement. So if you do have it installed, you can say, hey, you have our app installed, please, participate with our app again. Because re-engagement in apps is one of the major things that app developers are very needy of. Google AdWords updated their new bulk update interface, so you could actually have a new way of updating your AdWords interface, specifically for filtering for campaigns around specific locations, updating multiple campaigns with new targeted locations, and adjusting other settings like language, campaign end dates, and ad rotation. Google also enabled conversion selection for bid automation. So you could actually go ahead and will actually choose a specific conversion to include in your bid automation so that you can actually be more granular control around that, which is nice as well. Google has a new policy that's launching soon around dangerous weapons, where they're actually disallowing you to promote dangerous weapons, and that includes things like paintball guns, which people are upset about. Google now is actually offering alternative flights when your flight is either canceled or delayed. So if you go ahead and say, hey, your flight's canceled or delayed, it's going to say, oh, here are other flights that are going to your destination. Maybe try to book those, which is a nice feature. Bing launched a new image widget tool. So now you can actually say, I want to embed an image set of results on my website. So here's an example of me embedding a Bing search result for Dwayne Forrester images right here. And you can actually see it looks pretty good. That's called the Bing Image Widget Tool. Google Birthday Doodles, like when you add, when it's your birthday, sometimes Google will actually show you a doodle saying happy birthday to you. Now it actually says your age in seconds. Over there, you see, age in seconds. But it's interesting because Google says don't worry, it won't remind you how old you are. But it is actually reminding you how old you are now. So it's a new feature that Google added. And finally, there's a new this is an old Easter egg where you do blink HTML or do a barrel or tilt. So when you do that, the cool thing is on query refinement. So if you do a search for blink HTML and then you do another search for something else, it would actually blink those results. The cool thing about that is if you want to tease somebody, send them a link. Yeah, I'm having eye problems. Do you see it as well? And I don't know if this works in mobile. It doesn't. But basically, you can say like eye problems, and it will blink, like blink HTML. And you can't see stuff. Or if you have, like, I'm feeling dizzy, and you do a barrel roll, the whole page will stream. So it's a cool little Easter egg that you could actually use as a Google hack to trick your friends and stuff like that. Anyway, thanks so much for listening to the Search Buzz video recap. Again, my name is Barry Schwartz. This is the search news we covered over at the Search and Roundtable at seroundtable.com over the past week. Today, again, is August 22nd. And everyone have a great weekend. I'll see you guys next. I'll go ahead and clean up this mess. Bye.